Well, California's Democratic leaders and members of the Republican Party are now preparing their arguments for and against Proposition 50.
California voters approved Prop 50, which changes the state's U.S. House district map to give Democrats an advantage in future elections. Next month, a federal court will decide if those maps are legal. KCRA 3 political director Ashley Zavala joins us with an update on what we can expect. Ashley?
Lisa, Republicans sued California's leaders in federal court, claiming Prop 50 racially gerrymandered California's maps to favor Latino voters over others. Now, the U.S. Central District Court in Los Angeles originally scheduled the first hearing on the situation for next week, but Democrats worried that hearing could not have ample time for the arguments, so they pushed it back to December 15th. So what can we expect December 15th? First, court documents show a 3-judge panel will consider arguments from both sides and hear from witnesses. By tomorrow, each side is expected to provide the court a list of those witnesses. Now, it's not clear if this hearing will last a day, 2 days, or the entire week yet. I checked in with Mike Colombo, an attorney with Dillon Law Group who filed the lawsuit on behalf of Republicans. He told me he expects this whole thing to end up in the nation's highest court.
I'm almost expecting that this case will go to the Supreme Court at this point. The stakes are too high for whoever does not prevail before the 3-judge panel. So I anticipate there will be a request for higher review of it, for sure. The general idea is that federal courts should not interfere in an ongoing or imminent election. So there is some judgment to be had there about just how late a decision can be made before you are interfering with an ongoing election. And courts have really been all over the place, sadly, in terms of where that line is. It's almost a certainty that the defendants will be pushing to slow the case down and delay it so that they can make that argument that it's just too late. The clock has run. Meanwhile, our position has been consistently that time is of the essence. We have to get a decision as quickly as possible so it doesn't prejudice the people involved in the election.
Governor Gavin Newsom, the face of Prop 50, is named as a defendant in this case. I checked in with his office today, as well as the California Attorney General, who is representing the state in this case. I'm still waiting to hear back from both of them.
And we know the Republicans wanted the courts to act quickly on this. How soon do you think we can hear a decision?
Yeah, a couple of dates that Colombo brought up in our interview. First, December 19th is when congressional candidates can start formally working on their campaigns. Depending on what happens on the 15th, Colombo expects either side to appeal. Whoever ends up losing against these three, with the decision that comes from this panel of 3 judges. Colombo pointed to February 7th as the really hard date for Republicans, but he says from their perspective, they don't want to have to go anywhere near that date. But again, if the arguments eat up time, that could happen.
All right, Ashley, thank you.